Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to the Hill Dickinson Stadium, where Everton host Sunderland in the FA Cup third round, as both clubs look to advance in England's oldest domestic competition. Everton sit 12th in the Premier League, a position that reflects a mixed first half of the season in the top flight. They bring inconsistent form into today's cup tie, with only one win in their last 6 matches across all competitions, and a 1-1 draw with Wolves in their most recent league outing that saw 2 red cards and plenty of controversy. They should be anxious to put together a cup run so they can give their supporters something to look forward to in the second half of the season. Sunderland arrive on the back of a very solid league campaign, sitting 10th in the table. There is no doubt that the Black Cats have exceeded most people's expectations this term under Régis Lebris. However, after a run of 4 draws over the festive period, last time out they were well beaten 3-0 by Brentford, and perhaps there are signs that their squad is feeling the effects of the amount of work they have put in up to this point. These two sides met in November at the Stadium of Light, and that ended in a 1-1 draw. Team news: Everton have 8 players out because of injuries, suspensions and international duty, but David Moyes has named a relatively strong starting 11 at least. There are 4 changes from the draw with Wolves, 2 enforced after Jack Grealish and Michael Keane were sent off. Nathan Patterson, Merlin Rohl, Beto and Tyler Dibling come in. There's no Tim Iringbaum. David Moyes says he has a slight injury. Everton's bench is lacking experience, with 17-year-old Malik Olayiwola in line for a debut. Sunderland have made 5 changes, but it's still a pretty strong 11. Luke O'Nien, Sunderland's captain from their rise from League One, makes his first start of the season, while Noah Sadiki is back from AFCON. Romain Mundle, Dennis Cirkin and Elisir Mayenda are the others to start. Wilson Isidore is back on the bench after injury. Kick-off were underway at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, and it's Sunderland who settled quickest. From the opening exchanges, they look sharper, more purposeful, more comfortable in possession. Mayenda is the early focal point, driving at the Everton back line and forcing them to retreat. Inside 5 minutes, Sunderland fashioned the first real pressure. Sadiki dances into the box. His first effort blocked. The second, following a clever flick from close range, again blocked. Everton bodies are already being thrown in the way. It's a positive start from the visitors, controlling possession and territory. Luke O'Nien worryingly takes a knock moments later after rolling his ankle in a challenge with Beto, but he shakes it off and continues. Sunderland's intensity, though, doesn't drop. Simon Adingra then gets a sight of goal, cutting inside and shooting, but James Tarkowski times his block perfectly, allowing Jordan Pickford to gather comfortably. Everton just hanging in there, but Sunderland are clearly the more threatening side. Everton then finally managed some sustained pressure around the 20-minute mark. Merlin Rohl tries his luck from 30 yards, wildly ambitious and wildly off target. It's not the right decision, but it does lift the crowd. Moments later, Everton have their best chance of the half. 18-year-old Harrison Armstrong wins the ball on the edge of the box. The space opens up invitingly, and from a central position he shapes a curl one, but he slices it wide. A huge opportunity wasted there, and Armstrong knows it. He just connected with that all wrong. That should at least have tested Roefs. The moment passes, though, and Sunderland reassert control. Everton then failed to deal with a long throw, allowing the ball to bounce inside in the penalty area. That's criminal. The attempted clearance drops to Mayenda inside the box. He's back to goal. He shows great awareness, flicking the ball perfectly into the path of Enzo, who's waiting unmarked. The midfielder hits it first time on the volley, side of the boot, curling it beautifully into the far corner. Goal! Beyond Pickford. A superb finish. Calm, clinical. Sunderland take the lead. It's a moment of redemption for a.e.t, who missed an ill-judged Panenka penalty against Brentford in midweek. Villain one night, hero the next. Football moves fast. But Sunderland deserved the lead. That goal gives Sunderland confidence, but it's Everton on the attack now. Mykolenko driving into the box. He shoots, but he shoots wide. Perhaps with a slight touch from Roefs. Everton seems to suggest though. Everton want the corner, but the goal kick is given. Then a moment of brilliance that almost kills the tie. Mukiele launches himself into an acrobatic overhead kick inside the box, the effort arching towards the far corner, but Pickford reacts superbly, getting a strong hand to it and pushing it away. Sunderland not done though, here they come again. Mundle unleashes a powerful strike from the edge of the area, curling it with the outside of his foot. Tarkowski ducks at the last minute and save! Pickford responds with a brilliant one-handed save. That wasn't easy because he wasn't sure if Tarkowski was going to head that or not. Everton just clinging on and Pickford is keeping them alive. But that's it, the whistle goes, it's half-time. Sunderland lead by 1-0, and I think they deserve that. They've dominated possession, created the better chances and forced Pickford into 2 outstanding saves to prevent the gap from widening. Everton's brightest moment comes from Armstrong's missed chance, but overall they have looked second best. David Moyes has work to do at the break. Second half and Everton emerge with more intent. Beto gets on the end of an early cross and heads centrally, but Roefs deals with it comfortably. It's Everton's first shot on target. It's a small step forward. Then a brief flashpoint as Garner and Mundle clash, some shoving, but it calms quickly. Handbags. Everton need fire, perhaps this is it. It certainly has roused the home support. a.e.t continues to dictate tempo. If Xhaka is the heart of the team, a.e.t is the brains. He releases Mayenda again, the forward powering away from his marker, showing good strength there, shooting low across goal, oh, just wide. A few inches further inside, that was a goal. Sunderland look dangerous every time they go forward. Oh, now Beto appeals for a penalty after being tugged by Hume as he chases across. The referee waves play on. With no VAR in the FA Cup at this stage, it stands. The referee's decision stands. But looking at replays, it's probably the right call, just about. Hume had a fistful of Beto's shirt, but I think the ball was far away enough from Beto that I don't think he would have got near it, even if he wasn't being held. As the clock ticks past 70 minutes, the game goes flat. Everton looks short of ideas. A speculative 35-yard drive from McNeil seems harmlessly wide. Moyes responds by throwing on Frenchman Tierno Barry, but his bench is thin, packed with youngsters. Barry then nearly makes an impact, muscling his way into the box and powering a header just wide. That was actually one of Everton's best chances of the afternoon. The Sunderland defender marking him fell over in challenging with Barry, but the young Frenchman cannot regain his bearings quickly enough to make his header count from inside the box. Still, Sunderland remain comfortable. They're managing the game well. They're organised, disciplined, professional. If they can just keep their calm, they should be able to see this one out. But then, suddenly chaos. Aznou, the 19-year-old Moroccan international signed in the summer for $9 million from Bayern Munich, on for his Everton debut, wins the ball inside the box, and then he goes down under a challenge from Hume. Referee John Brooks points to the penalty spot. Remember, we've no VAR to review. I think Everton will be lucky that there isn't. Looking at replays, that's very soft. Aznou kicks the back of Hume's leg and then goes down. Xhaka is furious and he is booked for his protestations. That's a very soft decision, but Everton are not complaining. They have the penalty. Garner is the one who's going to step up, and he sends Roefs to the right. He sends Roefs. Roefs goes the right way, but it's a goal. He drills the penalty into the bottom corner. It's 1-1. Everton are rescued somehow. And we don't have much time after that. The referee's whistle goes the end of normal time. We're into extra time. Oh, Sunderland thought they were there. So extra time begins, and Sunderland go close immediately. Mundle tests Pickford not once but twice. Both efforts straight though at the England keeper, who deals with them calmly. Here comes Sunderland again. Xhaka now with the ball, curls an effort from distance. It takes a deflection and spins just wide. Ooh. Barry now for Everton. What can they do? He slips Beto through, but the striker fires wide into the side netting when he should have done better there. Fatigue, though, is understandably setting in. Passes starting to go astray, tempers beginning to fray. We've reached half-time of extra time, and the players now have to go again for another 15 minutes, and possibly penalties. Aznou continues to impress down the left with his industry. Oh, now Mukiele sees yellow for a foul, and shortly after, Hume cynically trips Barry and joins him in the book. I think then it's all over. The 15 minutes have gone by. I think those 15 minutes could have been skipped. No one looked like finding a winner. So we're into penalties. It's all roulette now. Everton win the toss. Pickford prepares. He's got his water bottle with all the markings on it again. Garner comes up. He goes first. Saved! Oh no, he can't repeat his previous heroics. Next up is Lafy. He steps up, smashes it into the top corner. 1-0 to Sunderland. Next will be Barry. Here he comes. Saved by Roefs. Oh, chance now for Sunderland. Next up is Xhaka. Here he comes. Scores! 2-0 to the Black Cats. Everton must score the next one, you believe. Up comes Beto. Here he comes. He's saved again. Roefs has saved a hat-trick of them. Chance now for Sunderland to win it. Luke O'Neill. He steps up. Forward. Drills it straight down the middle. 3-0 to Sunderland. And that's it. They've won it. Roefs has saved all 3 Everton penalties. I think justice perhaps done at the end when you take into account that penalty that maybe Everton were fortunate to get, and their play overall really didn't deserve maybe for them to win this game. Sunderland advanced deservedly. They controlled the game for long spells, defended resolutely and showed composure when it mattered most. Enzo redeems himself after that penalty miss midweek. Robin Roefs becomes the hero with 3 saves. Everton staged a late comeback, but ultimately falls short. Too passive overall and too little quality. For Sunderland, it's a famous cup night, a chance for their supporters to dream further into the new year. For Everton, more questions than answers, and another missed opportunity. More disappointment for their beleaguered fans. Sunderland march on to the 4th round draw. It finishes here at Everton, 1-1 at the end of normal time, with Sunderland winning 3-0 on penalties.